woods have spoken, and they chose me.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my Drow Ranger jungling guide. My name is Boneless, and in this video I'll show you how to jungle a Drow Ranger on the Radiant side, and then I'll talk about what I think is the pros and cons of jungling a Drow Ranger. I have divided this jungle style into 3 steps. Step 1, cutting down trees. Step 2, farming the medium camp and the hard camp. Step 3, farming the entire jungle including the ancients. The order of which you cut down the trees is pretty important, because the trees will respawn in the order you cut them down. And you'll need to cut them down one more time, because you're gonna be farming here for around 8 minutes, and the trees are gonna respawn after 5 minutes. So when the trees respawn a second time, then you'll just have to cut them down again, while you're still farming these 2 camps. You can watch here in which order I choose to cut down the trees, or you can be a bit creative about how you want to cut them down. The goal of the tree cutting is to create a path between the medium camp and the hard camp, so that the hard camp creeps can walk between these 2 camps right next to this elevation here, so that this way you can continuously hit the creeps without taking any damage yourself. As you can see, it's all about farming this medium camp over and over. This medium camp here is your bread and butter, and you'll get more experience by killing this medium camp again and again than you would by killing the hard camp again and again. So remember to stack this camp every time you're not able to kill it in time. To stack this camp, your projectile should hit the creeps at 55, and then you need to back up just a little bit to make sure you don't block the camp with your hero. From this position here, you are sort of blind as to what's going on in your own jungle, so I strongly recommend a defensive ward so you can see the bottom rune and so you can spot incoming ganks. As for the items, you need to get the treads as soon as possible, and you need to get a Mask of Death. You'll get these items around the same time as you hit level 6, at which point you can farm the entire jungle with the lifesteal with no problems at all. I don't think Midas is a good idea for the jungle Drow. It's too slow and it's too risky, and the point is to get to level 6 as fast as possible, and for this purpose you really need the treads. If you farm Midas in the lane and then go into the jungle, it's fine. But if you start out in the jungle on level 1, you should go for treads and Mask of Death, and when you have those, then you're free to buy whatever you want. Whatever you do, you must not block your medium camp creeps from spawning. So you see here, I just wait for just a moment to attack the hard camp, so I'm sure the creeps won't run up to the medium camp and block it. You cannot stack the hard camp from this position without blocking the medium camp, so if the medium camp is empty, you should not stack the hard camp, because it's more important to have creeps in the medium camp than it is to have creeps in the hard camp. The starting items I would use is a Quilling Blade into Fast Gloves of Haste. You can choose to go for Boost of Speed first instead of the Gloves of Haste, so that you have more movement speed in case you're afraid to get ganked early, but it does slow you down, so I would still get the Gloves of Haste first. A TP scroll is always a good idea, so you can help your team counter gank in case the enemy team is tower diving your teammates. The trolls is the only neutral camp that can give you a little bit of trouble. To deal with the trolls, you simply gotta exploit your superior attack range and Drow Ranger, so balance your attack so the troll doesn't walk away and at the same time damage you as little as possible. This does require a little bit of practice. Now I completed the treads, and at this point I provide my team with an additional 8 damage, which does make a difference in terms of last hitting in the other lanes. When you hit level 6, this is gonna jump to 25 damage. And remember, this is a global damage bonus which applies to all ally ranged heroes, Visage Familiars, ranged units, necro units, Beastmaster boars, Fort spirits and so on. Now I got my core items, the treads and the Mask of Death, and I'm level 6 in a little less than 8 minutes. Now I can farm the entire jungle, and now the jungling becomes a lot faster. And here I want to give you a little tip. Normally when you jungle you want to stack a camp at 53 to make sure you get the most out of the jungle. But with a Drow Ranger you kill the camp so fast that mostly you can just kill the camp and step out of the spawn box in time for the new camp to respawn, and then you can kill it again. This will save you quite a bit of time, and even if you fail it, it's not such a big deal, because it's not really important that you stack for your carry, because you are the carry, so it's more important that you just kill as many creeps as possible as fast as possible. As I said, the jungling really speeds up once you become level 6. In fact, it's possible to reach level 16 in less than 20 minutes only by jungling, but of course in a real game you're not gonna be jungle farming for 20 minutes, right? You're gonna be ganking with your team, you're gonna be pushing with your team, and the other team is gonna attempt to gank you. If you do want to check out my Drow Ranger speedrun, you can find it both on Hexa's channel and on my channel. This is the only speedrun I'm gonna do that's gonna be this long, but it's just to show you guys how fast the Drow Ranger can actually farm once you become level 6. Drow Ranger jungle in pub or team games. I don't think the Drow Ranger jungle is suited for public games unless you're stacking with friends. If you join a ranked game with 4 strangers and you pick the Drow Ranger and you tell them, I'm going to jungle, it's quite likely that they're still gonna assume that you'll be going safe lane, and also they might just start flaming you for trying to jungle a Drow Ranger, and you're gonna have a bad game. If you're stacking with friends however, and you have a game plan, then it's a different matter. But for public games with only strangers, then the Drow Ranger jungle might be pretty hard for you to pull off. In team games, the Drow Ranger jungle can be strong if you draft around the Drow Ranger pick. You need 2 things basically. You need heroes that can benefit from the position aura, and you need heroes that can protect you early and help you counter gank. Pros and cons. Pros. You help your lanes with the precision aura. Precision aura is great for your support so they can harass the enemy offlane, for example. And also you can run heroes that normally struggles with last hitting, like Horsewix Invoker, Shadow Fiend or Windrunner. You are always at max HP. Add to that your early boots, your ghost ability, the defensive ward in your mid lane and your supports being close by. Then the Drow Ranger is not gonna be such an easy gank after all. You can even use your Quilling Blade to juke in the trees until backup arrives. You can put a ganker on the safe lane, like Mirana, Puck, Nature's Prophet, Queen of Pain, Invoker, Wind Ranger, something that can help you counter gank when the other team comes to gank your Drow Ranger. So basically you give your safe lane farm to a ganker, and that ganker has to pay you back by creating space to help you get through the early to mid game. Or you can make it appear as though you're running a safe lane tri lane with a Drow Ranger Vengeful Visage, and then you just jungle the Drow Ranger and give the safe lane farm to Visage. Or you can choose another hero to farm the safe lane as a position 1 carry. A hero that is good with Drow Ranger, like a Void, Shadow Fiend, Sniper. Even if the other team successfully shuts down your Drow Ranger, she can still make your other carry shine with the precision aura. You can run it instead of the offlane, so you can put a support with a TP scroll on the offlane for the first few levels, just to soak up some XP and keep the enemy supports busy. And then he's ready to TP in to help out your safe lane or to help out the Drow Ranger jungle at any time. So this way you prioritize to protect your own jungle with 5 heroes basically. Essentially you can run the Drow Ranger as either the position 1 hero, the position 3 hero or the position 4 hero. During the draft you can get a sense of how greedy you feel you can run it. If you think the opponent's aggressive tri lane is gonna be too strong, then you can just safe lane your Drow Ranger and then you can last pick a second support hero. What are the downsides of running a Drow Ranger in the jungle? It's hard to help your team to gank in the early game. It's not like a Chen or an Enigma that can smoke gank in level 2. But when you do get a Mask of Madness and some levels in Frost Arrows, then Drow Ranger is not a bad ganker by any means. It's just it takes some more time for the Drow Ranger to come online compared to other junglers. 8 minutes is a slow level 6 compared to other junglers. The upside of course is that your farm will pick up rapidly after level 6 and that you help your team with the aura, but no matter how you look at it, 8 minutes is just a slow level 6 timing for a committed jungle hero. How difficult is it to jungle a Drow Ranger? Well, it's not as easy as you might think. When you encounter the troll camp, and when you need to cut down the trees a second time, that does require some practice. At least it's not easy if you want to hit level 6 at 8 minutes consistently. So you should really practice this in a lobby game before trying it out in a real game. On a scale from 1 to 10, I would give this a 5. It really is not as easy as it looks. Will the Drow Ranger jungle ever appear in a pro game? Probably no. If Drow Ranger jungle does see play in a pro game, then it's gonna be with an offlane who is able to come to fights really early, so you're gonna have this 5 heroes to protect your jungle theme that I was talking about earlier. So I don't think it will appear in a pro game, but I think it definitely has the potential. I would love to see this in a pro game. This has been my Drow Ranger jungling guide. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this could work in a serious game? What can I do better for next time? I'm gonna be uploading jungle guides and speedruns around once per month from now on my channel, Boneless Dota. Both on normal jungle heroes, but especially on heroes you wouldn't normally consider to be good in the jungle, like Drow Ranger. I love theory crafting, I love inventing new stuff, so expect to see a bunch of that in the future. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, you can do this on the dire side. Basically, you just cut down the same trees as I did in the SLR jungling videos, and then you focus on farming the 2 medium camps. You can stack both medium camps at the same time, or you can farm the hard camp when you run out of creeps in the medium camps. It requires a little more walking and you might need to get some tangos, but then again you have 2 medium camps to work with instead of the 1 medium camp you have on the Radiant side. and medium camps are better than hard camps, especially when you don't care about mod golems. So I think the level 6 timing is gonna be around the same, which is 8 minutes, but let me know if you want to see speedrun for the dire side as well. Remember to check out Holy Hexa and remember to check out my channel as well. Thanks for watching.